11 most dangerous birds.
Damn, nature, you scary. Saturdays.
Number 11. Dangerous showdown. It was a bad day to be a sparrow. A photographer caught some dramatic pictures of a sparrowhawk singling out a sparrow from a flock of hundreds as its prey for the day. It happened at an Italian nature reserve. Sparrowhawks are birds of prey known to feed on smaller birds up to the size of pigeons, and despite the similarity in names, it's definitely a danger to sparrows. Number 10. Dangerous prehistoric birds. These creatures existed around 62 to 2 million years ago and are known as terror birds, although their real name is Phorusrhacidae. They were flightless carnivorous birds that stood nearly 10 feet tall and were the largest species of apex predators during the Cenozoic era in South America. They were known to dine on small mammals, although horses were on the menu as well. Their massive beaks were used to kill prey in two manners: picking it up and slamming it to the ground, or by conducting precision strikes on critical body parts. The reason for their extinction still is not fully determined, but the last of its fossils do seem to coincide with the first humans. Number 9. Dangerous golden eagle. These animals are some of the best-known birds of prey in the northern hemisphere and are the most widely distributed eagle species. They can be aggressive, and in Mongolia, they are trained to hunt wolves. The fact that they've been known to attack humans with their sharp beaks and talons makes them dangerous enough, but this eagle took things to the extreme when it picked up a knife. It was dropped by a photographer who was on location in Sweden to get pictures of the eagles. While cutting up meat used to attract the birds, the photographer dropped the knife in the snow, and the eagle-eyed raptor swooped in and flew away with it. What do you think the eagle did with that knife? Number 8. Dangerous ostriches. The largest bird in the world is found in Africa and can weigh over 300 pounds, stand up to 9 feet tall, and sprint over 40 miles per hour. Its long legs can cover nearly 16 feet in a single stride. The flightless bird can also use those legs as deadly weapons. They have long, sharp claws on each foot. A kick from an ostrich could kill a lion or a human. Did you know ostriches don't really bury their head in the sand? When the birds lie low to avoid danger, they press the long necks on the ground to make themselves less visible. When seen from a distance, their plumage blends in with the sandy soil, and the birds appear to have buried their head in the sand. Number 7. Dangerous common quail. These small birds are found throughout North America and Europe and are related to pheasants. How could these little birds pose any conceivable danger? Well, they're often consumed by humans. And while the birds usually eat seeds and insects, they might eat certain plants that are poisonous, and humans who eat that tainted meat can fall ill from a condition called cotinism, which could lead to spasms, vertigo, and kidney failure. The danger of consuming quail was known to the Roman Empire. They banned the eating of quail meat in the 1st century AD. Number 6. Dangerous bird strikes. It's not an uncommon incident for birds to fly into airplane engines and force emergency landings. In this case, a massive black vulture with a 9-foot wingspan crashed into the nose of a Lufthansa passenger plane at 5,000 feet, and it struck with enough force to leave a huge dent in the airplane's nose. The flight was approaching the Balearic Islands of Spain from Germany. The captain reportedly had no way to avoid the mid-air collision. Fortunately, the crash wasn't strong enough to cause the plane to depressurize, and no passengers were injured. The vulture, though, that's another story. Now, perhaps the most famous bird strike incident happened in 2009, when a flock of geese flew into the engines of U.S. Airways Flight 1549 shortly after takeoff. As you may know, Captain Sullenberger made an emergency water landing in the Hudson River, and that incident became known as the Miracle on the Hudson. Number 5. Dangerous ROBOBIRD. An airport in Germany is so concerned about the dangerous matter that they've enlisted the help of a robot. The ROBOBIRD will patrol the skies in an effort to control bird strikes. The Dutch manufacturer actually designed two species of the ROBOBIRD, one the size of a falcon to chase off smaller birds, and one the size of an eagle, which can chase off any size bird. Both ROBOBIRDs are propelled by flapping wings and are controlled by pilots. Real birds are known to become accustomed to scare tactics employed by airports and will simply fly around them. But this airport feels that the ROBOBIRD's flight behavior is so realistic that birds will believe their natural enemy is in the area, and that will scatter them for good. Number 4. Dangerous hooded PITOHUI. Ever hear of a toxic bird? Well, only a few exist, and this is one of them. The hooded PITOHUI is native to Papua New Guinea, and it looks too cute to actually be full of poison. But it is, and it's serious stuff. The feathers and skin of the bird contain a powerful neurotoxin, nearly identical to that of the poison dart frogs. Some experts consider this the most powerful natural toxin known in the world. Touching one of these birds can cause tingling and numbness and other minor symptoms, but if you were in contact with a higher quantity of this toxin, paralysis and death could occur. The natural toxin provides an effective deterrent to predators, though. Come on, would you try to eat something that could possibly kill you? Number 3. Dangerous southern giant petrel. This big bird lives up to its description. Giant petrels are found in Antarctica, and they can have a wingspan over 6.5 feet and grow more than 3 feet long, with males weighing around 11 pounds. But the females weigh around 18 pounds. The bird you see in the picture looks like it's in the midst of a bloody feast, which is fairly typical for this creature. They're known as scavengers and commonly feed on the carcasses of penguins and elephant seals, like the one you see here. Does that really make the giant petrel dangerous? Well, all that gore sure makes it look dangerous, and you know, image is everything. Number 2. Dangerous Australian magpies. We ran a story recently about these birds on Trending Tuesday, which we invite you to check out. If you're in Australia, you likely know it's springtime by reports of magpies swooping down and attacking pedestrians, and cyclists in particular. The bad attitudes develop during breeding season when the birds perceive passers-by getting too close to their nests as their eggs hatch. In addition to swooping, the birds are known to peck and bite at the face, eyes, or ears. In rare cases, magpies will even dive bomb a victim and strike him with the head. Have you had an encounter with one of these angry birds? Let us know in the comments. Number 1. Dangerous cassowary. It might be flightless, but this animal is often considered the most dangerous bird on Earth. Found in Australia and New Guinea, they can stand over 5.5 feet tall and weigh up to 125 pounds. Now, despite that size, it can sprint up to 30 miles per hour and jump 5 feet off the ground. And it is well known for the razor-sharp claws on its feet measuring 5 inches long. The animal will jump feet first at an aggressor and slash its claws downward while in midair. Those downward kicks can break bones and inflict severe lacerations, capable of tearing open a human's throat or belly. Attacks on humans usually occur when the animal is defending its young or its food source.